We make the strings louder.
How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today again I'm changing my induction kit again. I've never really been sort of like that happy with this setup, really. Like, I mean, it's done the job, don't get me wrong, but I've never really been massively fond of how it looks. It just looks a bit meh, and it just looks a bit cheap, so to speak. So I spoke to Chris Whittaker, somebody in the Focus community might know him, and he sorted me out something I've always wanted. Just gonna hold the balls on it now. As you can see, that is a Wisbech induction kit. Wisbech. I don't know how you want to say it. But yeah, it's something I've always wanted. I've always wanted one of these setups. Obviously I'm not going to need this part of it, because obviously this is the turbo elbow. Obviously I'm not going to need that, I don't think. So obviously I've already got one. So that's a good thing, really. And he even chucked in a mass sensor as well. So yeah, I'm not going to need that, I don't think, either, but it's good to have it as a spare. So what I'm going to do is I'll put you on a time lapse. I'm going to get this off, and then I'll get back to you when we come to fitting that, because I don't have any instructions for it, obviously, because it's a second-hand unit. So I'm sort of had to look at photos and sort of guess my way through, so to speak. So I'll get back to you in a minute. Right then, and obviously we are off. It didn't take 5 minutes at all. Right, so just comparing the pipes next to me. Look at first of all, I'm going to say the filter. I mean, look at the size of that compared to that. Also, it's got like a sock thing on it. I'm sure this is something to do with keeping the water off it or something. What do you guys think? Should I keep it on or take it off? I don't know what to do. It's obviously easy to remove. It's just pulled on, but it's obviously an AirTech one, so it's obviously a good quality. And the next thing, look at the diameter of the pipes. I mean, I don't think we can really tell them on video, but Jesus Christ, the difference, like, that doesn't transfer very well over photo. But yeah, so I've got all the bits and pieces in here. From what I could tell in the picture, I think there's a mounting bracket that goes somewhere on here. I'm not overly sure where though. That one's been damaging my cover. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which way it goes in. I'm going to have another look at the photo. Part of me wants to say it there because there's threads there, I think. But or does it go in here? I need to have a zoom in and have a proper look to see how that mounts on. Right then, I figured it out. The bracket goes on here, so you just take off the bolts, obviously hold this cover down, and it just replaces them with these 10 mils in the spaces underneath. So next port call, I'm going to put the top pipe in there, and there's a nut and bolt on the bracket with basically nut and bolts to that, and obviously that secures the first half of the pipe work. Right, and that's put on. Obviously nothing's tight, it's just everything's just loose. So that's that so far. Obviously it's a bit close to there, we'll say, though. I'm going to say that it does look very close to this cover, so I do feel it's going to rub that, but who knows once it's all bolted together, because there's no other way this can be, because obviously because of that, so it can't be anywhere else other than where it is. So then I've got these two things that go through the MAF sensor, and then goes to this part on this thing here. From what I can tell, obviously don't forget, all I'm looking at is a photo of the induction kit already fitted, so I'm just sort of guessing in a minute, but my guesstimation is going quite well in a minute. That confused me for a little bit. I can fully get now why he supplied the MAF sensor, because on the MAF sensors, it has, like, I don't know if you guys can see it, like this little lip here. So by the looks of it, you have to sand this down or file it down to get it to go, because it sits inside that itself, which is madness. Never seen a setup like that before, but hey. And obviously on this one, there's obviously sanded on, so I had to spend a bit of time just pushing it in. So I was trying to get this in. I was like, why isn't it going in? And so I looked at that again, and I've seen they've obviously sanded, filed this lip here down to get it to go in. So yeah, that's a weird setup, that is. Right then, we're getting some progress. I've had it on and off a lot. Now these bolts things, well, looks how it works. Obviously got a little screw in it, so I had to get an Allen key. Obviously when you do this up, it just pushes it together, which obviously clamps it. So I suppose it is a clever design, so to speak. But yeah, it definitely looks a lot better already, don't you think, guys? Obviously once the filter's on, it'll look even better. But I'll carry on and get this all done up. Get the filter on. See, hopefully that all goes okay as well. And then we're pretty much done. I think a lot of you probably might agree with me. It's a better induction, because I know some of you weren't happy with the last one yourself, so I do think this is a bit of, I've spent the money and I've bought a decent one. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we are all fitted. I will say the mass sensor is a bit tight up against that, but I can't see it being any problems. Other than that, what do you guys think? I think that looks loads better. It's just obviously I need to give it a bit of clean up and that, but I think it just looks so much better. I'm gonna give it a start in a minute as well to see if it. I don't think it's gonna sound much different. Well, it might sound a little bit, but that point, man, that's madness. That is. I mean, like, I can't even get my whole hand around that one, and on this one, I can quite easily get my hand around it. So that gives you guys perspective of the size difference. Well, no, I didn't take into account is the car's cold, isn't it? So I couldn't really give it much of a rev, and I'm underneath a flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack everything away, get changed, and I'll go out for a drive, and I'll find somewhere else and I'll rev the car so you guys can hear it as well. And obviously I'll be able to listen to it from inside the car as well. So like I said, I don't think it's going to sound loads different, but it's going to be a bit louder, I suppose. But the main thing for me is obviously it's going to be just a lot more efficient, isn't it, I imagine? But yeah, we're going to go out and see what it's like. Right then, obviously the car's all warmed up now. I've just been out for a drive, and I don't know if it's just a placebo effect, but the car does feel a lot more responsive. It's just like, you know, it was responsive, just had a little bit of a delay, but now it just seems to like pick up and go. Obviously it's still losing boost up top because obviously the actuator, but like I said, I've got one. I've tried fitting it, didn't go to plan, but I'm going to do it again next week. So next week's video will be the actuator going on, and then the following week after that it will be the recert valve, and then after that it'll be back on the dyno at Chris's at Wayside Performance, and to see what difference I've actually made to the car since the last time I went there. And obviously hopefully all the modifications I've done should have helped, but you know, but yeah, so obviously you guys want to hear what it sounds like. I don't think it sounds much different, if I'm being honest. If anything, it probably sounds a little bit quieter, but I think that's probably because of that sock thing. I'm still like, don't know whether to take it off or not. You guys tell me, are they worth keeping on? Because I've never had one before. So but yeah, that is it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the new intake system, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe channel, because a lot of you don't subscribe but do still watch my videos. And always, guys, make sure you smash that like button. Also, a massive thank you to Chris Whittaker. I will leave a link in the description to his marketplace page, so if you guys need any bits for your Focus ST, go and hit him up. If not, hit up Ellis at ESM Parts. Again, I will leave a link in the description to his page as well, because he's an absolute legend as well. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.